After months of running circles through my neighborhood like a completely deranged golden retriever, I had a brilliant epiphany. Chris and I should celebrate our 20th anniversary by flying to Acadia National Park and running a half marathon. Why this man is still married to me after 20 years, no one knows. I'm not even sure if he does. We hopped on a flight to Portland, Maine, navigated the unbelievable crowds in the Portland airport. Unbelievable because we've never been in an airport with so few people. We picked up a rental car, and then we drove 3 hours to Bar Harbor, Maine. Our anniversary and the Bar Harbor Marathon coincide with peak leaf peeper season. This means 3 things. 1, the foliage is absolutely breathtaking. And 2, Bar Harbor is packed with people willing to commit minor crimes for a decent parking spot. And 3, hotel prices require a second mortgage. We stayed at the Bar Harbor Villager Motel, which was directly in front of the marathon starting line and in the middle of town. It was walking distance to everywhere. The expo was fantastic. Lots of fun gear that we absolutely did not need to buy, but bought anyway because we arrived woefully unprepared for the cold. Now, I'm not saying we're bad at planning, but I am saying that if survival ever depends on us remembering to check the weather, we're doomed. Hey Chris, did we find anything?
Problem is trying to figure out what stuff to put back so we're not paying out the nose for everything.
We gonna get those, Chris?
I think so. It's cold.
We made an important pit stop at the grocery store to grab yogurt, granola, and let's be honest, the real MVP of race recovery, a large bottle of wine, because hydration is important. One thing I loved about this race was how they set it up. The marathon starts in town, but the half marathon runners take a shuttle to the halfway point so that everyone finishes closer together. This is a genius move because the full marathoners get a much needed morale boost in the second half, and I think all races should be doing this.
Sorry, I got it, and it looks like right on that. There we go, like a bear bag.
Thank you. What was not a genius move? The bathroom situation. Let's talk about the porta potty crisis. The line for the porta potties was so long, it could have qualified as an ultra marathon. Inside the building, there were only 2 functioning stalls. 2! Outside, 6 porta potties, all with lines that could test the patience of a saint. It's as if the race organizers thought, surely no one will need to pee before running for hours, right? 7 minutes before the race started, I was still standing in line and had 0 chance of moving. That's when a kind stranger, who I now consider my very best friend, turned to me and said, "Want to go pee in the woods?" I have never felt more seen. We were not alone. Dozens of runners had already claimed their patch of forest real estate. Nothing brings strangers together quite like collective desperation.
Love you.
The race itself, it was stunning. Well, like, other than the hills. Now, they like to call them, quote, rolling hills. But I'm pretty sure that's a lie. It felt more like Everest, just with really great coastal views.
Mullen.
I don't know what the time is. 3. The longest hill ever.
It's
It keeps going and going and going.
Over dramatic much?
Mile 4. Longest mile yet. Definitely slowest mile yet, sir. Big hills.
Yeah. Long, small hills. 5. 11:50 with the bathroom break in the woods. Mile 6. Bathroom break for Becca. Dropped the camera. Had to take a goo. I don't even know what the mile time was for mile 6. I couldn't hear. We're on the road. What was it? 14. I mean, not the worst. 6.55. Halfway there. Yeah, baby. Good job. Woo! It's like a whole caravan. I didn't either.
Mile 8. I don't know what the time was.
It's traffic. It's kind of loud. Couldn't hear my time. I'm just trying to focus on my breathing and not dying. Oh, and 2 full marathoners have passed us now.
You got this! Ready! All right, we did.
Beautiful lake, beautiful trees, and another fucking hill.
Mile 10. 10:48.
Hey, not bad.
Another
Hey.
hill.
Yeah.
Another hill.
Another one. I know it doesn't look like a hill, but mother of God, this hill sucks.
Water cup. Pick it up. There's some water for you.
Oh,
Good stuff. Is that where it's at?
shot of whiskey would be nice.
Yeah, they need whiskey.
Mile 11, 20 minute mile with a lot of hills.
Oh, too many hills.
Mile 13, 9:46.
Maybe it's split.
Good job, Aaron Adams. Good job, Rudy. Christopher Curtis.
After surviving the race, well, and the bathroom debacle, we hung out at the finish line, enjoyed a small celebration with live music, paid for a beer, because apparently running 13 miles isn't quite enough to earn a free one, then hopped on the shuttle back to town for lunch and obviously more beer, because science says you need to replenish lost carbs, and really, who am I to argue with science?
We are absolutely exhausted. So, pizza to go.
Yep.
We're not going out to a restaurant tonight. And wine in really cheap cups.
Yep.
The next day, my Garmin strongly suggested a rest day, but I ignored it and somehow convinced Chris to do a 5-mile recovery hike, followed by a leisurely stroll around Jordan Pond. Once again, why he is still married to me is a complete mystery.
Some thoughts about the race. Number 1, not enough bathrooms. Like, not by a landslide. Swag. Pretty awesome. Chris, what are your thoughts on the swag?
The long sleeve that they gave us
Was it the tree?
was awesome. Hands down, probably the best swag we've gotten.
Some of the best swag. I
I don't
agree.
care. I mean, you can give me 3 of those performance t-shirts, but my one long sleeve, like that's running, that's light,
Yep.
that was perfect.
Material's really nice.
Although, still a little butthurt that Becca got a balsamic vinaigrette in hers and I didn't in my bag. I got a sticker.
Their little post-race party was fun.
Yeah, but they don't give out beer.
They don't give out beer, which is
You have to buy it.
wild.
They do have a beer garden and you can buy it, and it is a big can, but it still kind of sucks.
Yeah, they'll give you a water. There will be no beer at the finish line.
Race photos? Surprisingly solid. Overall, an incredible experience that I would absolutely do again.